Good morning, and welcome to the Motivational Devotional, where motivation and spirituality are merged for a daily dose of confident positivity and grounded spirituality. Let me share a few things with you that I hope will help you take on your day. If I called a man a wise guy, but then a moment later called a woman a wise woman, you wouldn't think that I was calling them the same kind of thing, would you? A wise guy is usually kind of a smart aleck, right? And then a wise woman is, appropriately, at least to me, a woman of great wisdom, like a seer or a prophetess or maybe your grandma. What do you think of when you hear the word wise? Do you think of an old owl? Maybe a guru atop a far eastern mountain living in an ashram with disciples wearing saffron robes? Maybe you just think of it kind of like the wise guy thing. If someone called you wise, would you be offended? Or thankful, or would you deny it for some reason and play it off like you don't really deserve it? Do you feel like you know enough to be wise? Well, wisdom is a lot more than just knowledge. When I was in the Air Force, I was working in a construction management office, and I had an enlightening discussion with a contract manager. He was complaining about an engineer, a lieutenant, recently graduated from the Air Force Academy. He said that this engineer, a really smart guy who was highly educated, was driving him crazy because of the specifications in his designs. He was designing things that intellectually on paper, in theory, could work, but they weren't practical or even commercially available. His case in point was an outlet he specified for a project that had 4 different receptacles. Again, in theory, a great idea, but nothing like that existed, and it wasn't available for the Air Force to buy. He complained that this engineer had book smarts, but he wasn't real-world smart. He didn't have experience to apply to his ideas. Wisdom is being real-world smart. I knew someone who would say that wisdom is applied experience. No matter how much we know, we all have experiences from the way we live, work, and play. The lessons we gain from our experiences, along with the knowledge that we have, give us unique ways to bless others. Applying our experience is less about getting credit for the past and more about carving a future. Everything you've learned along the way of what works and doesn't work, what causes pain in life and what brings you joy, what builds relationships and what tears people apart, all goes into that collective experience that you can not only apply to your own life, but that you can share when it might help someone else. That collective experience that you can apply is your wisdom. Trust your wisdom. You are wise. It has gotten you where you are, and you haven't come this far to only come this far. I say it every day because I hope every single person will take this to heart, and I know it is true that all of creation is conspiring in your favor. Trust that the universe always has your back. William James once wrote, "The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook." Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Please help keep this podcast going by following the Motivational Devotional Facebook page, following @3foldaway Radio on Twitter, and sharing the written format of today's message from motivational-devotional.com on your social media. I am deeply grateful for your support, and thank you for letting Motivational Devotional be part of your journey. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Motivational Devotional is a production of 3foldaway Radio, LLC.